There's lots and lots of things that I could go on and on and on about with green-lipped mussel. Now, I am just as big a fan of a remedy that works as anybody else. So I'll start with that. There's a couple things I want you to consider when we're talking about green-lipped mussels for horses. Number one, this is based on human folk medicine, right? I love folk medicine. I practice a lot of folk medicine. However, this folk medicine doesn't have a big history of actually working for humans. And there are side effects depending on the way it is prepared for humans, and the way it is given, right? The route in which it is given. Now, that information was taken and said, okay, if it works for humans' osteoarthritis sometimes, then we can give it to horses. But there's a couple things to think about there, because horses are genetically, are species, they are obligate, I guess I should say, vegans, meaning they are not meant to, nor have they evolved to, eat other animal products. That's not what horses do. And people come up with these like obscure things where one time a village in Antarctica had to feed their horse fish and it survived, right? Like that's not what we should be basing our standard of decision making on. The toxin that happens in green-lipped mussel is a neurotoxin and is very, very detrimental to the neurological status of the horse. And so while there are some supplements that have green-lipped mussel in it, I don't generally find that is the thing that pushes it over the edge and makes it a good supplement. In fact, I like to look for supplements that don't include animal products in them for horses. The reason being, like I said, horses are obligate vegans, or they are not meant to eat other animal products. And while there's not good information, it hasn't been studied, I should say, as to what happens when you feed horses things like animal products, things that are not species appropriate. We do know in other species, humans, dogs, other mammals, what happens when we don't feed them a species appropriate diet. So all of that to say, if you're going to use a supplement with green-lipped mussel in it, I recommend it be for a very short amount of time. So how do I tell people to do this? So if you're looking at a supplement with green-lipped mussel in it or Equiox, and either of them work for your horse, then the supplement with green-lipped mussel is a better solution than Equiox. Now, if neither of them work, or if you're just doing it supportively, right? So because you want to make sure your horse doesn't have any future pain, then give something else. Give a plain hyaluronic acid, give some sort of plain joint supplement that does not contain the green-lipped mussel. I feel like I'm going on and on and on, but let me know if you have specific questions. Hopefully that helps.